Sagittarius, welcome to Ascending Spiritually. I'm sorry for taking so long with your readings. Pregnancy's just been rough, but I am getting my energy back. This is going to be a general reading. If you want something tailored specifically for you, the link to that will be in the description box. I am also having 40% off my manifestation oils. I have one for love, whether it's attracting new love, self-love, enhancing your spiritual gifts, protection, and one for money if you've been having blockages. They're made with crystals, herbs, essential oils, and I've charged them for about 6 months straight. So they're going to be really potent. I am going to use my money oil because I've noticed if I do that before a reading, like, it definitely helps with the revenue that I make. So let's go ahead and see, Sagittarius, what you guys need to know. You have the Moon, Two of Pentacles, Page of Wands, Ace of Wands, Ace of Swords, Ten of Swords, King of Swords, and Judgment. Overall, we have Six of Wands and the Two of Swords. So you do have people that look up to you. This could be just in the public sense, or if you have a platform, it's like you have this way of guiding a lot of people. Others of you, this is like selfish energy where someone was selfish with you, or vice versa. You were selfish with someone else, and now there's about to be some form of repercussions. There's a lot of uncertainty that's in the air. So if you're waiting for an answer back of some sort, this is like you not knowing which direction to go towards. A lot of you have a lot of responsibilities, and you're maybe having a hard time juggling everything that's on your plate. This may even be in a financial sense where you have a lot of bills and not as much income coming in, so it's causing you to feel a bit imbalanced. That's going to last maybe for about 2 more months. It is around the holiday time, and it makes sense why there could be financial restraints if that's the case. But like I said, by New Year's, it should start to alleviate a little more. Also be careful because there is a lot of people around you that just want you for a good time, not a long time. They just want to have sex. They want to have access to your divine energy. They want your light. These are people that are just here to basically have some sort of self-gratification and using you in the process. Now, if you did this to someone else, that's going to be put to a stop. And if you did have a person that was just around you for, you know, just having a good time, this could have been someone that was attractive physically. Like, yeah, they were playful, they were active, they had a sense of like confidence within them. This could have been like a charismatic person. It's like you may have wanted something more with this individual. However, they were on the go. This is like someone that's not here to stay. Like, they had some sort of checkpoint with you. That's the way that I'm seeing it. However, if there is a person that's playing mind games with you and trying to basically mislead you as to what it is that they want, the truth is going to be brought to light, and it will cause a permanent ending. It will force you to essentially put an end to the relationship. Now, if you did this to someone else where you kind of played with their mind and you didn't necessarily tell them what you wanted, you just kind of went with the flow, this is someone that's serious. If you look at the King of Swords, they are serious. They're not going to play games with you. They're going to let you know exactly what it is that they want, what they desire, what they will tolerate, what they won't tolerate. And it's going to be up to you whether you decide if you're with it. So this is just a dynamic where you could be attracting people that are just not on your level. And instead of like letting them pass you by, you may be bored, or you may be exploring certain things that are just not for you. It's like settling in the sense of where instead of like letting things pass you by, you kind of like entertain it. And so it puts you in a cycle where it brings stagnancy. So you could even be surrounded by someone who has bad karma attached to them, and because of their bad karma and you rubbing off shoulders with them, that energy is rubbing off to you and causing you financial issues. So if you have been having random spurts of financial problems coming out of nowhere, unexpected dilemmas that cause you to cough up money out of basically nowhere, it's because of the fact that you may be around someone, or you may be hanging around someone, talking to someone more than often, and they're siphoning your life force and your energy and using it for themselves. And I do feel like some of you may have options between 2 different people, 2 to 3 different individuals, and there's one that's more serious, and there's another person that's basically just going to juggle you with their other options. Especially if you're meeting people online, the same way that you meet them is the same way that you're going to lose them, because they're dealing with multiple people at the same time. So like, what is it going to be to just replace you with another person, especially if it's someone that doesn't see your value? Now, those of you that have been in predicaments where you betrayed someone, I feel like that betrayal is going to come back to bite you in some way, shape, or form. I could be talking to you and vice versa, where someone's betrayed you, and they're not going to realize like how much of an asset you truly would have been in their life until you're gone completely. It's like they're going to be looking at things in hindsight and realizing like, wow, the Sag placement was someone who could have actually helped me progress in life. Someone who was, you know, bringing me support, was always there for me, was actually making my life easier by shielding me from things and issues. And it's not until you're gone that they're going to realize that they made a huge mistake, and it's actually going to bring detrimental effects into their life, especially financially. So be careful how you treat people. Don't treat people like they're disposable, and really just take the energy for what it is. Like, don't try to look at people for their potential, because that's not where they're at that moment, and who knows if they're going to progress upwards or not. So you can't really gamble everything that you've created and built for yourself through potential. Like, that's just, it's not wise. And with the Judgment card, you're going to have to make a decision. Some of you may have some paperwork, legalities that you're going to have to deal with, especially coming up with taxes of some sort. I do see some sort of tax increase. And I also feel like some of you may be in a position where you're tag teamed by multiple people with the Six of Wands. Multiple people trying to team up against you to bring this one person down, which just goes to show how much power you have, that it's going to take so many people teaming up together just to take one person down. So that just goes to show how much power you hold within. And none of them are going to be successful, especially if they're doing it through malice. It won't be successful. Let's get another deck. That way I can get you some additional messages. We have Five of Wands. Conflict, not talking. You and another person may not be communicating. This could be conflict amongst friends, co-workers, friendship. If you're not having any conflict, this is what's going on behind the scenes. Someone's fighting over you, or there's some sort of fighting that's going on behind the scenes because of how you were treated. And whoever it is that was causing the issues in your life, they're going to have financial problems. They may lose a job, they may lose a car, they may lose something of value to really teach them that everything has consequences. And this may be you. If you did this to someone else, you're going to lose something of value, and it's going to cause you to be not in the greatest position. But it's like you're going to understand exactly how you got to this point. So every decision has a ripple effect. It's like cause and effect. If you do something of this nature where you may be teaming up against a specific person, or vice versa, someone's doing that to you, like, they can only be on the up and up for so long before all that energy comes back to them and it comes crashing down. With the King of Cups, there may be an individual that owes you an apology of some sort, but they don't want to basically put their ego down. They don't want to admit that they were wrong. By this person admitting that they were wrong, it basically makes them seem like they're weak. This may be an individual that's used to manipulating women, men, the people around them, using their charm, using their good looks to get what it is that they desire. However, that's not going to work with you, because you're not someone that's easily swayed. You're not easily impressed either. And you decided to move forward regardless of what it is that you were put through, because I feel like some of you are going to be forced to hold your energy back from multiple people, because you're going to be seeing people for exactly who they are. It's like at some point you were blinded. With the Eight of Swords, this is like restrictions, mental conflict, mental restrictions as well. Someone putting you in a position where you feel cornered, and you're just going to wake up one day and get tired of it and just stand in your power. Sometimes it takes you being put in a position where you're cornered before you actually know how strong you truly are. Sometimes people get put in predicaments where traumatic things happen to them, and it activates gifts that have been dormant within them, and that's when they truly know how strong they are. Because I feel like with Temperance, you're going to be finding the energy of balance. Regardless of the chaos that may be going around you, you're going to be finding balance and tranquility and feeling the energy of like union within yourself. And as you're doing that, the people around you are going to be feeling the chaos, because they're the ones that try to send that chaos to you. It's either multiple people or it's one specific person who really tried to pull the wool over your eyes and tried to whisper sweet nothings into your ear and future fake you and make it seem like they were just the best person in the world. And it wasn't until you saw who they truly were. It could have been just a moment where this person's mask slipped and you saw who they were, and it made you be defensive. It made you want to hold your energy back. Some of you may even be in positions where people were using you for your money, using you for the benefits that come with you, and not actually wanting to be with you. Friends that came around to benefit off of your money, your light, your blessings. And then as soon as you need these friends, or as soon as something detrimental happens to you, it's like, where's everybody at? And then once you get put into that position where you're down and you look around and there's no one there for you, that's when you really know what people's true intentions are, and it causes you to be a lot more cautious when you are connected to other people. So with the Queen of Swords, it's like, instead of looking at things from your heart space, instead of giving loyalty to those people that didn't have loyalty towards you, you're now learning how to be in this energy of where you're not, you know, so easy to get by. Your guard is up, and it's for a good reason. This is like being more self-reliant, sharp, being even skeptical towards people, being more of a realist, more logical, more logically driven than operating from the heart space. And that may have been something that you had to learn the hard way, especially from someone that you thought would never put you in that position, or just with someone that you let your guard down with. But at the end of the day, they're going to bring you balance, because it's a lesson that you needed to learn in order to reach this energy of tranquility. So let me get another deck. That way I can get some additional messages for Sag placements. We have past, lack, suffering. Yeah, so in the past, there may have been some sort of lack or suffering that you had to go through in order to get to this position of tranquility. But it was because of the fact that either you fell for some sort of temptation, or there was someone that was just being deceptive towards you all along. It's like they prayed and watched you and then decided to strike when you least expected it. Or someone who watched you, watched your life, watched how you have had things together, and then they basically sought after the things that you had, instead of liking you or loving you for the person that you were. Yeah, you basically ripped someone's mask off, whether you know it or not. These people were just living in facades. Like, they didn't have the same belief systems as you. And you had to basically learn this lesson by feeling lack, feeling even doubt within yourself. Someone made you feel a sense of lack. It's like some people were projecting their own energy onto you and making it feel like you were the problem, and that wasn't the case at all. And this may have forced you into this period of self-reflection, of restraint. But at the end of it all, it's like you are going to love yourself more. You're going to take care of yourself more. Self-care, self-love, self-admiration, putting yourself first, being taught that lesson the harshest way possible, and knowing that all these people we're going to create were just limitations in your life. If it's a specific person that you fell for, it's like all they had was just a good looking flesh. Internally, this person was just dark. They didn't have anything of true value to offer you. If there was someone who did you wrong, they're going to be put in isolation. This may be physical jail or spiritual jail or even mental jail. Imagine you being free to walk around, do whatever it is that you want. However, your mind's like in this mental jail. So regardless of who you're around, what it is that you're doing, you can't escape your thoughts, you can't escape your past, you can't escape your karma, and that may be someone's repercussions, whether it's yours or someone that you were connected to. Because until death tear us apart, there was a person that you were connected to that wanted you for your assets, your blessings, your accolades, your energy. It's not that they wanted to be around you as a person. They didn't want to get to know who you were. They wanted to use you as a way for them to basically get a step up. And you may have even thought that this person was your twin or someone who, you know, could have been of true value to you, but this person was guarded and closed off all along. Like, they were resistant to you from the start. They just put up the illusion that they wanted something real when they weren't even real themselves. So last but not least, for Sagittarius, we have individuality. So don't lose your sense of individuality regardless of who it makes uncomfortable. And the fledgling. So some of you are still in the position of where you're learning. You may even be just in the beginning of your spiritual journey, and you are still learning the effects of other people, learning to listen to your guides, your spirit guides. But with the High Priestess of Spirit, it's like all you have to do is listen to your intuition and listen to your gut and listen to those warnings, because they are what is true. Regardless of what anyone is telling you, pay attention to how you feel when you're around them. They may say all these compliments and tell you all these good things and whisper sweet nothings, but you're going to know if it does not feel right. And pay attention to that warning. So like, share, subscribe, leave me a comment, and I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Bye.